talk is cheap. There's probably a comparable saying in many countries to what we say in the U.S., talk is cheap. That phrase can take on meaning at various levels. It may mean that it's easy to say something and hard to do it or live it. It could also mean that much speaking is not necessarily a virtue. And while we are communicators, we need to choose our words carefully. Valerie Geller travels the world teaching communication principles to broadcasters. Her book, Beyond Powerful Radio, has become a classic and contains wisdom for all in the media field. In fact, the subtitle of the book is A Communicator's Guide to the Internet Age. I've drawn wisdom from it for courses and seminars I've taught for many, many years. In a section called Avoid Useless Chatter, Geller says, just because you can say something doesn't mean you should. This applies no matter what medium you're using, radio, television, social media. Wow, half or more of Facebook might disappear if people took this to heart. That includes my post too. Valerie Geller also quotes Air personality Turi Tyder, who says, think of all the available content as crude oil. There may be a lot of it, but it's no good unless you refine it. One of your roles as a communicator is to take raw material and refine it for the audience. Your role is not just to replicate what you hear or read. Many have been caught on the internet passing on fake news because it sounded good, only to hopefully retract it when the false story was discovered. Our communication needs focus. We need to know our topic and the point we are trying to make. We need to be aware of the brand we are building. People associate what they see, hear, and experience with a person, a station, a blog, or even a product. Most of us have been disappointed when we purchased a consumer item based on the brand and discovered that the brand had produced a low-cost, inferior product. Just because they could do that, should they have done it? Not if it cost them their reputation. The Bible even addresses this topic. Solomon was pretty direct in his writing in the Old Testament book of Ecclesiastes. Here's what he said, too many words make you a fool. That's pretty direct. Ecclesiastes 5:3. Sometimes we can improve our communication process by simply finding the off-ramp. We may make a solid point, then continue to ramble on with the result that the good point we made is lost in our words. Use your words carefully and communicate truth in a clear and powerful way. That has the greatest impact on your audience. Speaking of impact, our ministry impacts the lives of millions in over 45 countries. Find out all about it at mediaalliance.net. And you can help increase that impact by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Thanks. God's best.